In the heart of Dubai, a Tesla's navigation system suddenly claims the car is hundreds of kilometers away in the deep desert. In the Arabian Gulf, massive 300-meter cargo ships appear on digital maps as if they are floating over dry sand dunes. Even more alarming, commercial flights seem to teleport from Sharjah to the Omani border in a single second. This isn't a glitch in the world's software. It is the debut of an invisible weapon being deployed in the escalating conflicts of the Middle East. It is a weapon that could reshape the future of warfare forever. The geopolitical struggle between Israel and Iran has moved beyond the era of just missiles and drones. We are now seeing the rise of a silent force that puts both military assets and civilian lives at risk. This technology is known as GPS jamming and spoofing. While the world first saw GPS transform the battlefield during the 1991 Gulf War, the technology has now come full circle. 35 years ago, the US military used just 16 satellites to navigate through blinding sandstorms that left Iraqi forces stranded and blind. Today, that same navigation lifeline is being turned into a tool of high-stakes deception. In 2026, this anti-GPS warfare became a reality when daily life in Dubai began to distort. It wasn't just a few Google Maps errors. The entire logistics of the city began showing locations that simply didn't exist. From Uber and Careem drivers to high-tech Tesla autopilots, every digital map was compromised. Flight Radar 24 data revealed a chaotic scene in the sky, with Emirates and Sharjah-based flights showing zigzag patterns that defied the laws of physics. Even maritime networks were hit, with massive tankers appearing to drive in perfect circles on solid land near the Iranian coast. The mystery was eventually traced back to tactical military interference, designed to counter drone and missile strikes. Since Iranian-shaped drones rely heavily on precise GPS coordinates to find their targets, altering the regional signal is the ultimate defense. If the coordinates are wrong, the drone simply misses its mark. But how is it possible to manipulate a global satellite system? To understand this, we must look at the thin line between jamming and spoofing. GPS, or Global Positioning System, works on a mathematical principle called trilateration. Since 1978, satellites have been orbiting Earth, broadcasting radio signals with high-precision timestamps. Your device calculates its distance from at least 3 or 4 satellites to pin down your exact location. However, because these signals travel 20,000 kilometers from space, they arrive at your phone incredibly weak. This inherent weakness is the fatal flaw that military forces are now exploiting. GPS jamming is the simplest form of this attack. By using a powerful ground transmitter to broadcast noise on the same frequency, the real satellite signal is drowned out. This creates a total GPS blackout in the targeted area. While this stops drones from hitting their intended targets, it creates a new and unpredictable danger. These drones don't just disappear, they crash. Without a signal, they often hit the nearest residential building instead of a military base. To minimize this collateral damage, a more sophisticated method is used. GPS spoofing. Instead of blocking the signal, the transmitter sends a fake but convincing signal that is stronger than the real one. By subtly altering the timestamp by just 1 millisecond, a device can be tricked into thinking it is hundreds of kilometers away. This allows a military to hijack the path of an incoming drone. They can trick it into turning away from a city and crashing harmlessly into the sea or an empty desert. While this deception is a military breakthrough, the civilian risks are terrifying. For pilots, spoofing is a silent killer. If a plane's ground warning system is fed false data, it may not warn the pilot of a mountain directly ahead. Beyond aviation, even the global economy is at risk. Stock markets and crypto exchanges rely on the ultra-accurate atomic clocks of GPS satellites to timestamp millions of trades per second. A spoofed signal could theoretically crash an entire financial market by decising transaction records. This isn't just theory, it is historical fact. In 2011, Iran shocked the world by using these very techniques to capture a top-secret American RQ-170 Sentinel drone. By spoofing its GPS, they convinced the high-tech aircraft it was landing at its home base in Afghanistan. In reality, it was landing safely inside Iranian territory. As we move further into 2026, GPS spoofing is proving that the wars of the future will not be won by gunpowder alone. Instead, they will be won by the side that controls the invisible waves of data. In this new digital battlefield, survival depends on mastering the technology without ever becoming its prisoner.